is based to the menstrual cycle, hormonal control, and biological process. Understanding how hormones orchestrate one of the body's most complex biological rhythms. Today we're going to demonstrate hormones and the essential hormones for menstrual cycle. What is the menstrual cycle? The menstrual cycle is a sophisticated biological process lasting approximately 28 days that prepares the female body for potential pregnancy. This remarkable cycle begins at puberty, around the stage of 14 to 15 for girls or for females, typically around age 12, and if it is late, it might be around 14 to 15, that means to 12 to 15 years, 12 to 14 years, yeah. The script is based to 12 to 14 years, and it continues through reproductive years until menopause at approximately age 50. We will talk about the menopause. Throughout this recurring process, the body undergoes coordinated changes involving the uterine lining, endometrium, and the development and release of an egg during ovulation. This intricate dance of hormones and organs represents one of nature's most precisely timed biological systems. Key organs involved: ovaries, sorry for that, ovaries, uterus, and pituitary gland. Dual function. Dual function: organs that produce and release eggs. It is and release eggs, oocytes, while synthesizing critical reproductive hormones include estrogen and progesterone. Uterus: the muscular organ that cyclically builds up its inner lining, endometrium, to support potential pregnancy, then shades it during menstruation. Pituitary gland: the master gland located in the brain that orchestrates the entire cycle by releasing hormones that control ovarian activity. Four main hormones in the cycle: follicle stimulating hormone, as are known as FSH, released by the pituitary gland to stimulate follicle developing and egg maturation within the ovary during the first half of the cycle. Luteinizing hormone, SLH, suggests at mid-cycle to trigger ovulation. The release of a mature egg from its follicle in the ovary. Estrogen, it was supposed to be estrogen, produced by developing follicles to repair and thicken the uterine lining after menstruation, preparing it for potential implantation. Progesterone, secreted by the corpus luteum after ovulation to maintain and further develop the thickened uterine lining for pregnancy. Um, the ovarian cycle, egg development and release. Um, menstrual cycle controlled by hormones. By hormones controlled by hormone, menstrual cycle controlled by hormones. Under the influence of the hypothesis or pituitary gland, the follicle stimulation hormone, follicle stimulation hormones, as is known as FSH, is produced. The FSH is sent into the ovaries to produce the primary follicles that contain the primary oocytes. The follicle contains estrogen hormone to prepare the endometrium for the attachment of the zygote. The primary follicles will develop into secondary follicles, Graafian follicles, which contain mature ovum. On day 14 of menstrual cycle, the Graafian follicle rupture or break up open and release an ovum by the process called ovulation. After the ovulation, the pituitary gland releases corpus luteinizing hormone, as known as LH, which converts the broken Graafian follicle in corpus luteum. The corpus luteum produces a progesterone hormone which maintains pregnancy. If fertilization has taken place, the progesterone is increased, corpus luteum is increased, the endometrium in the endometrium. If the fertilization has not taken place, progesterone decreases, corpus luteum degenerates or decreases, endometrium decreases. On the um, on menopause, the menopause stops menstrual at the age of 45 to 50 years, as I've mentioned it at first. As well known that the ovulation takes place at the day 14. The higher the progesterone inhibits this, the pituitary gland not to produce the FSH. Sorry for that. Endometrium. Endometrium is more glaciers as contain more blood. Fertilization as the process of fertilization takes place. A sperm with 23 haploid chromosomes fuses with the ovum with 23 haploid chromosomes. This is called fertilization. A zygote with 46 diploid chromosomes is formed in both. A zygote contains the genetic materials of both parents. A zygote is formed in the fallopian tube or duct. A zygote divides by mitosis to form a hollow ball of cells called blastocyst. The development of an embryo after the pregnancy. A proliferative phase following menstruation. Rising estrogen level stimulate rapid regeneration and the thickening of the endometrial lining with new blood vessels and glands. Secretory phase. After ovulation, progesterone maintains and enriches the thickens. The second lining, making it receptive to embryo implantation with nutrient-rich secretion. Pregnant. The development of embryo. We will talk about it when I'm done here. In pregnancy or menstruation, infertility or Australia, I've mentioned about it, and now we're focusing on, let's see, uh, also we've spoken about this. Okay, hormonal trigger. When pregnancy doesn't occur, the corpus we've mentioned a lot of things at first. Based to the script. Let me base to development of embryo. Blastocyst develops into embryo. A zygote divides by mitosis to form a morula. Morula divides by mitosis to form blastocyst. Blastocyst develops into an embryo. An embryo becomes attached in the uterus by the process called implantation. The villi grows or develops into a tissue called placenta. Placenta attached an embryo into an umbilical cord. Umbilical cord as umbilical artery carries deoxygenated blood from the placenta to an embryo. The functions of the placenta: attaches an embryo to the mother, allows the diffusion of dissolved food from the mother into the embryo, diffuses oxygen into an embryo, collects nitrogenous waste CO2 from an embryo, secretes progesterone during pregnancy. This is only based to hormonal control of menstruation. Those are which we can use. Everything I've mentioned, it was based on these points here. But based on this point, only with this script it gives the essential ones, but also these are the essential ones. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more videos like this.